All right. So are we live yet? Yep. We're live. So right now we're currently waiting for the phone call from David and Jesse. And as soon as they call, then we'll go ahead and continue. I'm doing the double stream right now. We're actually on YouTube and on TikTok. So there it is. Call. Go ahead and pick it up.
This call is now being recorded.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
What up, Juane? How's it
un
going, man? How you
individuo
been?
encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
James. What's up, James?
What up, David? How's it going?
What's up? Hey, it's going all right, man. What's up, James? What's going on?
And what's up, Jesse? We got Jesse Nava on the house and David Lopez.
Yep. I kind of want you to say my middle name, too. For some reason, like, I feel like there's a million David Lopez's in the world.
I know at least 4 of them. We both know at least 4 of them in our area alone.
Yeah. And I think, like, you know what, man? Like, but then I think, am I being too proper saying David Isaac Lopez all the time?
Man, then we'll run with that. We'll run with Isaac. David Isaac Lopez. Hey, Jesse, do you have a middle name?
No, I don't go by my.
You don't use his middle name. That's off the record right there. You know what I mean?
All right.
Hey, you gotta say Isaac. You have to throw like a middle cholo, phrasing. David Isaac, but I don't want to be called David Isaac. I want to be called David Isaac. And throw some emphasis on the C and let the A's hang a little bit.
Hey, say that on Nava.
David Isaac Lopez? I honestly, I don't think there is I don't think there was any Davids running around.
Well, you say just Tenochtitlan?
Yeah.
Tenochtitlan?
Yeah, so either way.
There's no Davids or no Isaacs in Tenochtitlan.
Yeah. Anyway, so what's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. We just got back right now. Actually, I got dropped off. My wife dropped me off. This is her birthday weekend. We were out at her family's house yesterday celebrating her birthday. Unfortunately for myself, I don't drink, or I tend not to drink just because, things normally end out bad for me. So we went ahead and, celebrated, and we slept in today. It was a relaxed day. We ran out to, for your birthday, you get like all kinds of like free goodies. We went to the Habit Burger. She dropped me off. She was going to go to this place called Crumble Cookies that also give out free cookies. So,
Crumbles?
Yeah,
Crumbles.
Yeah, man, they got some finger licking cookies, all kinds of like crazy different combinations of cookies and whatnot. So, she ran out and to grab some of that, and she's gonna be off for the next few days. So we're gonna be going out and about and just exploring the city and picking up free goodies wherever we can.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you should go take her to see the Hawk Tua girl. I think she's gonna do a show. Live show. She's gonna do a live show. You know what I mean? Whatever she does for a living. So yeah, I guess it's cool entertainment. Everybody's talking about it. A lot of buzz. But hey, so when we do these shows, right? Do you do? It's like supposed to start in, but it's something that's specific. That's going to be the
So right now, the phone was actually, it just went out. Like we couldn't hear anything you said. If you don't mind repeating that again, pretty much when you started, it just went out. It went crazy.
Hey, no, I asked if okay. So when Jesse and when we're gonna come on, does it send like a notification specifically that's gonna be us? When we come on the channel.
To be honest with
How
you,
does that happen?
I'm not sure. So with your live stream, I had mentioned it earlier on. You know, when I had jumped on with David that I was going to be on at 4 o'clock, and then what I ended up doing was I ended up on the YouTube page. I put a upcoming stream, and I put it at 5 o'clock. I'm not sure if people get notified once I make that once I put the announcement out that it's going to be coming out, or if they don't get
Yeah.
notified until once I hit the live button. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I'm sure they do get notified if they have if they are set up to receive alerts from this YouTube channel.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because we want to. I guess. What about a parental advisory sticker? Do you got one of those attached to your page?
I could actually, you know what? I can actually add it to the background right now while we're streaming on YouTube. I could put it on there with a disclaimer. I actually have one because at the beginning when I started doing videos, that was something that I was attaching to the videos, just disclaiming. But I'm not sure if it's the same disclaiming you want. Let me see.
No, it's just a basic one.
Yeah.
I'll even accept the one that's on the bottom of the CD cover, the right-hand corner, explicit lyrics.
Okay. Yeah.
Parental advisory, something. Or you can do that one that comes on the Dateline channel, or rated rated M for mature. I mean, I'll take any of those. It's all right. But the fact of the matter is, look, me and Jesse, we talk a lot of shit. We do use explicit language sometimes. We don't. We do bring it down a notch, because we do talk a lot of smack in here. But the fact of the matter is we're just ourselves. We come onto this channel and we want people to have a better understanding about what it is to be incarcerated in California, what lifers, sound like. My wife hates when I use that term, calling myself a lifer. But guys that have the L, the life sentence, guys who've spent decades in prison, guys who, we're sentenced to decades in prison. We're currently serving, life sentences ourselves. Yeah, we got board eligibility, and both of us will get out of here one day. But a lot of people don't know what to make of that. You see movies and you see the old, the Shawshank Redemption with, what's the name, with Morgan Freeman, and so you see situations like that. But that's what a lifer probably looks like to a lot of people. I think there's even a movie called Life. But no, this is what a life sentence looks like. It looks just like me and Jesse. We talk a lot of crap.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
We wear our hearts on our sleeve. We're not above and beyond, but our content isn't for everybody. I'll tell you that right now. We do give people a raw look into what incarceration actually looks like. We want to be straightforward in the way that we deliver our message. We do deliver a message of recovery and redemption, but to get there, you have to come from something. If you're going to redeem yourself and if you're going to recover, people are going to want to know, well, recover from what? Redeem from what? Like, you could go to a standard rehab center. You could go to therapy. There's a lot of things that people can, they can grow from. But what Jesse and I are growing from is madness. We were behaving like animals. If people want a watered-down version of what that was, or just a watered-down version of life in general, or, PG, Sesame Street, I'm sure, has a podcast. I'm just saying, I'm sure you can get the voice like Elmo. He can be on there. You have a little podcast. They can talk about Big Bird and Bert and Ernie and all those other things.
Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah, Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a street of
Devon.
ooh. Yeah.
E.
They're not going to
You want to
speak
let your
gibberish.
numbers, your squares, and your circles, and that's what you're supposed to see. Because if you up on collect call, you're going to get some rough and rugged shit. You're going to get some stuff that doesn't rub you the right way. And the reality of it is, we're not on here to be coddling people. We're not on here, we're trying to show people a real look at prison, but not just the gory side of prison. We're trying to show people what prison looks like on the track. We're not coming out the other side unscathed. You know what I mean? And the power of our message comes from where we came from. That's the reality, and so, like Dave said, if this channel isn't for, by all means, do it. Because without a doubt. We don't need any negative publicity. We don't need any negative comments. We don't need anybody hanging on to stir the pot. You know, like that's not what it's about. This isn't a comedy channel. This isn't, you know, so that's a bad idea with the disclaimer day. You know?
Yeah, we talk a lot of shit. That's just what it is. That's what it looks like. We keep back and talk a little shit. A little call Felipe and verbal. You should hear that little call me.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Hey, guys.
Right there. You know, that's
Feelings,
the brand. Yes, sir.
feelings are hurt, go to the dentist.
So right now you were actually, it's buffering over there. I'm not sure what kind of shenanigans GTO is running over there on their end, but some of the audio was coming in like gibberish, so we couldn't make it out. But right now, while you guys were talking, I went ahead and downloaded a parental advisory explicit content label. I went ahead and put that on the background now next to David's picture, and like that it'll inform our audience that so
Yeah.
You pretty much, hey, you pretty much,
Definitely explicit.
you pretty much just summed up my life right there. Now you know, folks.
Yeah.
So,
After
hey.
these messages, we'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah. If you thought we were speaking gibberish, you were hearing correctly. That's how we speak.
So now next to that parental advisory explicit content label, I'm gonna have to go ahead and look for a label that says straight out of Coachella.
Well, not on mine. Not on mine. Not on mine.
Never heard of it.
Not on mine. Yeah. I'm definitely not straight out of Coachella. Definitely not.
Or straight out of the desert.
Hey, what, Felipe? You hear him?
Is that Felipe in the vent?
What? It is. Hey, we're on boat, Felipe. I'm only going to tell you because Dez is asking. I'll break it down. All right. Yeah, Dez is an angel. Felipe is a little rug rat, but Dez is an angel, so we can't.
No.
You know.
We're not gonna
That's what it is.
we're not gonna take it out on her because her dude deserves to be beat.
Hey, so you know what I did to Felipe the other day?
What was
James,
that?
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, so I'm a barber, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a barber. I try to do something to Felipe every day, but I'm the barber. I cut a lot of hair here. I cut tons of hair. So Felipe has been growing. He's thinning out a lot. Like he's a little guy. He looks cool. You guys see him in the picture. You know the softball league picture. If you ever have it posted, James. But Felipe's right there. He's a good-looking dude, man. Cool, but his hair's thinning out on top. So I've been giving him like a cool high fade. You know, high and tight, hooking him up, right? Well, he wanted to do one of them new modern drop-down fades. So the fade, you go kind of, regular on the side, and then you drop it down, and it's got it's a drop-down fade.
Yeah.
It's a little higher than a taper. And so he's been growing, like, whatever hair he's got, he's been growing out the best he can, right? Like, he's been giving it his all. And he was getting pretty thick back there. It was a cool little thing, right? Well, me, the barbers, we talk, we gossip, we talk smack to each other. All the fellas go around there. We put a little extension cord there so we can all plug in, and we get the barbershop going. And, I'm in a conversation, right? And so I'm cutting Felipe's hair, and I brought it back to a regular fade again. So all that work he was doing growing in that hair, it's all gone.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
It's super high again, and I cut all that hair off. So he's all mad at me right now. Are you there, James?
Yeah, I am. I'm actually typing a message up because they're letting me know. I guess my connection on TikTok is buffering. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reboot my phone. I'm gonna cut the stream really quick for TikTok, and we'll be right back on the TikTok side. All right. I'm gonna reboot my phone. Hopefully that fixes my my buffering and whatnot. But we'll be good on.
Right back.
We'll be back. We're good on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I think maybe the buffering was coming from our tablet. Because you said that we were buffering, maybe that's what they were picking up.
Nah,
Or
because
maybe it was just you.
because I was nobody's saying on the YouTube side, nobody's mentioning that we're buffering. So I'm assuming it's probably the phone because I'm running the data off of the phone opposed to the Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, who do we got? Who do we got on YouTube right
Oh,
now?
okay. So we got Juan. Sending out shout outs. We also got Lex Luth. We also got El
All right.
Iceman. Saludos to James,
Le
David, and
queda un
Jesse.
restante de 60 segundos.
Redemption is live.
Send us out.
Redemption is alive and well.
It is. Yeah, we send a shout out to all the fellas, Iceman, Lex Loose, Bruce Willis, wherever you're at.
Yep.
You ain't on, but it's all right.
Yep.
Still with us in spirit.
Is that it? That's all. That's who
Hey,
it is.
Juan, we got to send a shout out to Juan. You know, whoever you are, Juan, we send ours. So
Well,
we got about, I don't know, we got.
Oh,
go ahead.
Hold on. You
Uh,
gotta finish the roll call before you start doing.
yeah.
60 seconds. You never make it count.
We also got Mad Max 408, and he's one of our earlier viewers or watchers. He started, I think, even before we had 50 subscribers on YouTube. We got Scorpio Rising, and that would be it for it now. But everybody's confirming on the YouTube side everything was good, nothing's buffering. So I think it was just my phone that was
That's cool,
tripping.
man. All right, Mad Max.
Well, shout out to all the listeners.
All right, so we hit the 15-minute mark. They should be calling back shortly, which gives me enough time to get this other phone situated and get the ball rolling on the TikTok side. And let me see. Mad Max wrote, "Saludos, James at M Star Media. I send our respects to everyone. Hey, gracias, highly appreciated." And then Juan also writes, "Cause I like." On the East Coast, you got more than 3 states to live. All right, I'll ask him the question right now about the California splitting into 3 states. Audio is good on YouTube. All right, hey, thank you, Eliceman. Really appreciate it. And all right, there they are.
This call is now
Este
being
es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got a question from Juan here. It's not anything
All right.
prison related, which we welcome all questions. Then typically don't have to be
Yeah.
prison related, which is cool. So
I
Juan is
prefer
asking.
that it not be prison related.
Yeah. I'm 50-50. I want the weird prison questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Juan is asking. He asks, "What do you guys think if California was split into 3 states?"
Hey, I know some stuff about this. Jess, go ahead. I have my typical know-it-all attitude towards this, so I would like Jess to be reasonable in his response.
I know they've actually even talked about that. Remember, they even tried to put that up as a consideration. Personally, I don't really I don't have no personal feelings one way or the other. To be honest with you, maybe it would soften some of the prison gang problems or something. Who knows? But then again, probably not, because then you go to the feds and you still have all the same gang problems. But I don't know, because this state is a liberal state as a whole, and it works in our favor as far as like those who are justice impacted, because it's a liberal state. So I just think if it was split up into 3 states, it would probably become, you'd probably find all the conservatives in one of those states. They'd find a way to migrate to one state, and I'd hate that it would be the state that I'm living in, and then I'm stuck in prison for the rest of my life. So I don't know. I really don't have too much of a personal feeling on that. I'm more worried about California falling off of the United States in a big earthquake than I am about them splitting in 3 states. But yeah, go ahead. What's your take on that, Dave? Because I'm not a big tri-state Californian.
I am a California bear, Jess.
Okay.
I am all about California. I love California. I'm sorry I was so bad to you, California. All the stuff that you did and I did. Let's just be friends. But let's be real here. Like, I'm in California. I've been up and down the state. I love the way it lives. I love knowing that we have all 4 seasons in our state. That you can go up north to Northern California. It's beautiful up there, man. I've been up there to Sacramento State Prison. which was New Folsom. Beautiful. And I like knowing that. I like knowing that the state is all one, you know. But the reasons why they were talking about splitting California in three was because of the financial aspect of it. Last I read, California was the fifth largest economy in the world.
No.
So I think in that
was before COVID, though, and we went into a deficit because we actually helped sustain this country. You know?
Yeah. And so I like knowing that. Like I'm in the same state as my boy Iceman, Miss Vero. You know, I like that. Just knowing that our people, you know, Fish Slayer. So I think if the state was split in three, I think inside I would feel some type of way. I think I would always feel like, oh man, you know, like I would feel like a piece of me has like been split in three.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Wasn't it Silicon Valley that was actually pushing the split?
Isn't it Silicon Valley or something? Silicon Valley? That's like
Silicon.
Isn't that like breast implants?
What's the difference? Hey, what's the
What are you
difference?
talking about? San Fernando Valley? You mean?
No. What's the difference between silicone and silicon?
It's probably way different.
Well, then I definitely want to live in Silicon Valley if that's all the breast implants.
Yeah, Silicon Valley. I'm pretty sure it's San Fernando Valley. Maybe Los Algodones, Mexico.
Right.
Hey, James, go ahead. Enlighten us.
You know what?
What is Silicon Valley?
Oh,
Why do they call it that?
well, Silicon Valley is where they have like all those, where they have all those tech companies and where they're manufacturing stuff.
We know what it is.
Yeah. Oh,
We know what that is. We're just saying, why do they call it Silicon Valley?
that's a good question. I don't have an answer for that. I'm not in the tech world, so I wouldn't be able to have an answer for you on that one.
I'm gonna laugh about this one for a little bit, but it's pretty funny to think about. But yeah, it would be terrible.
Hey, so here's a quick question off the topic, right? So for any of the listeners who may want to chime in, who have heard me laugh on the air, do I got a fat girl laugh?
Yes, you gotta. Hey, let's ask him.
I'm just asking this because right now I was reading something and yeah, it just made me think about that. So I definitely have to ask from anybody who is not directly involved with us. You know, I mean, do I have a fat girl laugh?
I don't think you could even say fat girl laugh. He says it playfully. He doesn't say it hurtfully or nothing like that.
I say it extremely hurtfully.
No. He means like, does he laugh like a plus size woman?
Does he laugh like a plus size model? If I'm gonna be plus size, I want to be a model. I'm like Amy. What's that chick's name? The swimsuit, Sports Illustrated.
You're talking about Ashley Graham.
Ashley Graham, Amy, Ashley Graham, whatever.
That's way off.
All right, my bad. Well, I'm plus size. I can't keep all my shit in order.
Maybe Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
No, it's Ashley Graham. But either way, my question, that's
hey,
my
how
question.
does Ashley Graham laugh? We
know.
need a sound clip, James. You gotta come. You gotta come through for us. We need you on point.
For what was the name again?
But yeah, so anyways,
Ashley Graham, and we're looking for Ashley Graham's laugh specifically.
Yeah, we want to know what plus size models laugh like because apparently I have a fat chick laugh.
Yep.
Because hey, you ever notice when you're in a room and there's always in the restaurant or something, there's always some fat chick, some chubby chick off to the side laughing hella loud. That's probably me. That's probably what they mean. I'm gonna be the one dude in the group like
Yep, that's
all the pretty girls will be sitting around me just like, girl, keep it down.
I've been told. Oh yeah, you put 2 packs a day in you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have that freaking real raspy laugh too.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
Yep. I've been told that I sound like I'm choking on something when I laugh. So I don't.
We're losing you, Dave. We're losing you.
Hey, we wanted to talk too. What's up, James? I heard the breath.
So I got another question here, and this is a political one, especially with everything that's happening today, especially what happened today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. And this question is
Who's
from
asking?
it's from Al. or AI. I'm not sure if it's AL or AI. Either anyhow. Hey,
Okay.
thank you, for that question. So he's asking, or she, I don't even, yeah,
Mhm.
I don't even know what to say nowadays. But so
They're asking.
they're
They.
asking,
They're asking. Yeah.
ask them their
Go ahead.
personal opinion on Donald J. Trump. Are prisoners allowed to vote? If yes, who do you think most prisoners would vote for?
This is the thing. I was told by a very wise man that in business, it's great not to talk about politics, sex,
Religion.
or religion. And
Yeah.
so this is a pretty hot topic that I would,
Especially with Biden just stepping down today.
yeah. And this is the thing, man. I do think that we're limited. We're very limited on what facts that we get in here. We only have how many channels, Jess? 9 channels at the most.
Yeah.
We got 9 channels on our TV. Most of them are all liberal channels, so we get a pretty one-sided perspective. And I like to see it from both points of view. I don't. Yes, I kind of want to state that I do have very strong views on what's going on in the country right now, and I do know a lot about it. I'm actually into it. I do my homework. I'm a political science junkie. I'm college educated, and I know enough right now that I don't want to. I don't want to add to the divide by saying the wrong thing, because I do feel like the country is very divided right now. I think both sides would do everybody better by coming together and addressing the things that really matter the most, such as money, finances, the stuff that's going on internationally. It does affect our country when we let it. So yeah, I do have strong views, but I want to steer away from that. What about you, Jess? You gonna go all in?
I'm going all in because politics is exactly what I do.
Jesse's got an American flag waving behind him right now.
I mean,
He's got his hand on his heart.
yeah, I pledge allegiance to the flag every morning when I wake up.
He's wearing them. He's wearing the Trump 21s.
Yeah, I got.
Or what do they
yeah,
call it? Trump 46s or something?
Yeah, Trump 46, Trump 45 president, golden
Sneakers.
sneakers that he
Yeah, you
came
have to
out.
call them sneakers.
You know what I mean? I'm full-fledged. I got my MAGA hat on. I got a little armband with the MAGA on it. You know what I mean? I'm in. I'm in with fucking Donaldo Dum Trump. You know what I mean? So, no, absolutely not. Trump is a fucking idiot. That's just the truth about it. However, that's him as an individual. His personal character is 100% questionable, right? But what politician's character isn't questionable? All of them dudes are straight funny bunnies. The only difference is a lot of them, they played in a game where you had to mask that stuff. Nothing of what you see with politicians, nothing that shines as gold with them cats, right? Now, I do believe that there should be a certain level of diplomacy and modesty when you're in the spotlight the way that they are. So I would probably agree more with the two-faced politicians than the way he is out there just blunt, wilding out. You know what I mean? That's just for the sake of the people. Me personally, I prefer to deal with people that are straight out my personal dealings, But as far as this country, because this country is so diverse, I think they need somebody out there that knows how to kind of wiggle and wobble a little bit, and unlike Trump, I am a conservative. If I was voting, I would definitely be voting Republican. But I only feel that way because I'm going to get out of prison at 45 years old, and I'm going to be paying taxes. And the only concern to me, I don't care about anybody's political issues. I don't care about all these other things. The only thing I care about is my wallet. And as long as you vote Democrat, your wallet is constantly going to be affected. That's just the truth about it, because their agenda is to ultimately be socialist. And there should be always a bit of socialism. You have to give back a little. I agree with that. There has to be, but there has to be a line somewhere. You have to draw a line that says, okay, look, man, these Democrats are so worried about what's going on in the rest across the world. Well, focus on what's going on right here in your country, this beautiful country that you call home, that you want to open up the doors for everybody to come in. Okay, cool. Do all that stuff. But focus on what's going on here. Instead of handing out billions of dollars worth of aid to countries of wars that don't concern this country. That's just the reality of it, But there's more to that. I've had You know, I've had conversations with people about the wars, because if you don't take it to them and the other countries, it eventually will come to your doorstep. And I'm sure that there's a little truth in that, but not when you've got the most powerful military in the world. You know what I mean? You don't need to be worried about what's going on the other side of the world. You know, you don't have to worry about it coming to your doorstep when you got the most powerful military in the world, you know? But hey, again, none of that stuff really concerns me. All that really concerns me is taxes and how taxpayer money is being spent. You know, my kids, you know, like with going to school and all that stuff, that's you know, that's part of it for me. So as far as Trump is concerned, he's going to the White House. We might want to get used to it. Might expect it because Biden just dipped out. He just dropped out of the race, which I believe was a smart move on his part because he couldn't win. There's no way he was going to win. There is no other contender. If they put somebody else up there, you know, then maybe I would consider that person.
I don't think Kamala is right for that though. Let me tell you this: Kamala Harris was a prosecutor. She's a federal prosecutor in the United States. I'm sorry, in California. She's on one of my.
She was Attorney General here.
Yeah, she was the Attorney General here. Yeah, and so she's the one that was involved with like denying my appeal and stuff like that. And I just.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I like to see like prosecutors that kind of they go both sides. There's prosecutors that become defense attorneys. There's defense attorneys that become prosecutors. Maybe they become judges and stuff. But I haven't seen any of that. It looks like I know a lot of people that have her name.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
I know a lot of people here that have her name attached to their appeal denials, and to what it looks like, it's a lot of people that look like me, a lot of people that are blacks, and I just can't throw my hat behind somebody that put so many people in prison. So it's just what it is. That's how I feel about it. But
yeah, Trump's a bad dude. Trump is a bad dude. You know what I mean? Like the things that he says are just blatantly disrespectful to, you know, my people and many other, you know, minority groups, right? But as far as this country is concerned, you know, like as far as like the policies, he put America first. You know, he shut down China. He shut down, you know, the trade agreement,
and all that
NAFTA,
stuff,
and all
like working on all that
yeah.
stuff.
His thing was like he wanted to focus on here, and again, that's above our pay grade because what do we really know about what's going to come out?
All right, so I just read your message, Eliasman. I'm gonna jump on one of my other phones and I'm gonna check if I'm hearing the same issues as you guys are hearing over there on that side. I'm not exactly sure what would be causing the buffering right now. Normally, these streams are they're pretty uneventful, so I'm not sure what is going on. Let me see here. All right, so I'm turning on my other phone right here, and I'm gonna check if I hear it. And let's see here.
This call is now being
Global
recorded.
Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
James.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, and then to answer that question, we can't vote in prison. No, we can vote once we're on parole though in California. They just passed that law, but as it stands, we cannot cast our ballot.
And you can vote from the county jail. And I don't think it would be fair for a lot of people to vote in here because, like Dave said, we have limited access to the press. We have limited access to policy. We have limited, and most people are voting are going to be voting on emotion. You know what they, like I said with Trump. If you listen to him talk, and he talks like an idiot. You know, but if you actually dig into some of the things he's done, it's like, okay, he ran the country like a business. I got to respect that. You know, you listen to some of the Democrats talk, and it's like, okay, they talk like idiots. But at the same time, you look at some of the things they've done, and it's pretty admirable. You look at the other things they've done, and it's not so much. Just like, it's both sides. But if you can't really get specific data and details to make a decision, I don't think it's fair for us to be voting because we just be voting on bright colors or, you know.
I would be I absolutely wish I can vote. Right, it's called felony disenfranchisement. That's what we got right there, which says that we are unable to we cannot cast our ballot because we committed a crime, or we're still serving our time for it. So they're trying to fix it, but it is what it is. What else you got for us, James?
And then Iceman writes, he writes, she was the mayor of San Fran before Attorney General. She ruined SF with her liberal socialist ways.
I believe it. It just looks like that. She reeks of that.
Well, see that's the part. That's where the conflict comes in. See, that's a man who lives up there, so he understands how that affected him, right? And mind you, that's the opinion of a dude who's done time before, who understands both sides of it. But he's been out there paying taxes. He's been out there working. He lives in that city. He was also a gang member from that area, so he understands both sides. So I would respect his opinion on that. So think about that. And think about, okay, so we have an opportunity to go home because of liberals. That's the truth about it. Conservatives would lock us in prison and never let us out because it's a business for them. Because this is a business. So anyways, him being in that area and understanding how her socialist liberal ways affected his city, that says a lot though, because most criminals and convicts and gang members and stuff are usually like, well, I'm going to go with the conservative, I'm going to go with the liberals because they're the ones that are going to cut me slack when I'm fucking up, So that's good input, you know what I mean? Like, with her, if she came into presidents, just knowing that, right, if she came into the presidency, what are they going to do? Is it going to be more of Biden, like giving money, just, sending this country into a socialist tailspin?
See, where I draw the line on a lot of stuff is where, like, I'm hearing around that supposedly they got kids identifying as animals and stuff like that, and like I'm outspoken on that, I heard that I don't know, it could be, but we're limited on information here, and I've always wanted to find out if it's true, like, are you serious? You got kids walking around identifying as cats. I heard there's litter boxes in hallways at schools and all that, and I want to find out if that's true. I do not agree with that. That kid has a freaking mental health disorder. I don't want my kid urinating in a litter box. And does that make me a bad guy? Maybe, but it's what it is. It's all a matter of perspective. But yeah, that's what it is. You got any other questions for us?
I actually do.
Transgenders swimming in pools. Women's sports.
I got one for you.
Yeah, you want to piss more people? Pissing people off.
So I got one. I got one for you here. So what question? And this is from Scorpio Rising, and she's asking question. What was the last tune you guys jammed to?
The last tune I jammed to?
Yeah.
Oh man, I listen to tons of music. Let me think. What did I listen to? I was listening to.
That's crazy. That's a crazy question.
You know what? I listened to The Weeknd. Because our Stingray app is down on the tablet right now. Usually okay. I listen to tons of music, but all of our apps are out. So I went old school with the CD player, and I listened to my go-to CD is The Weeknd, Beauty Behind the Madness.
Love it. We got that CD in here like 3 times.
We have three
versions of that CD.
Yeah, the same CD. We have 3, just in case we mess one up.
Yeah, in case something goes wrong. I've had one of them literally for years since it came out. But yeah.
That's the last thing I listen to. I listen to it all the way through.
Because you can. It's
yeah.
that great of a CD that
you do
put
not
the CD on and it knocks from beginning to end.
You do not want to hear me sing The Weeknd. I do not have that note, and I do. I sing the whole thing.
So, how was your visit? Hey, so it's funny that she asked that question, right? Because the irony in that, I think she's talking about was the last song we jammed to on the streets, right? And it's funny that she said
on the streets.
Yeah, I mean, unless she was talking about it here, because she was like, "What was the last song you guys jammed to?" I'm assuming like out there, like maybe she thinks that we're here in the brig with no music.
Well, we got music.
We literally have a stack of CDs, and I know you're probably thinking like CDs, what the hell? But that's all we have in prison.
Yeah, there's these things that came out called compact discs.
Yeah, compact. Yeah, we have a stack of 8 tracks over here. Our 45s. We have a crate of 45s right here under the bed.
Come on, Boomer. Okay, Boomer.
So to answer that question, the irony of that is when I got arrested, the day that I was arrested, I want to say September or October 6th or 9th, or I can't even say exactly the day I got arrested. I can't exactly recall, but I know it was the early first week or second week of October of 2001. I got arrested, and I was actually hooking up a system in my boy's car. I had both of my cars on each side of his car, and his was in the middle of it. And I had my Accord on the left side, and I had my Cadillac on the right side, and he had his IROC in the middle. And I was installing a speaker box and an amplifier in his car. So I had my Honda. I had the doors open on my Honda, and I had it bumping hard as hell, like just. You know how we're just right there low-key on a good one in the parking lot of the apartments, and I had CCR. I'll never forget it because the U.S. Marshals.
Creedence and Clearwater Revival.
Yep, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and it had that song on there, I put a spell on you,
I love that.
'cause you're mine. That's it. But it's funny because when the Marshals, when they had me cuffed up, because I had a gun on my hip, and so I had a Ralph Lauren, like a 3/4 length Ralph Lauren windbreaker jacket, and so when they surrounded us all crazy, I'm standing, I was like leaning over the trunk of his IROC because I had pulled a box out of my car and I was putting it into the trunk of his car, and I was leaning over the car when the cops ran up on us, the U.S. Marshals and everybody. They're like, get down, and so I got my hands up and I'm trying.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
In Arizona, it's not illegal to carry a firearm as long as it's not concealed.
Yeah.
So I had a holster on my hip that clipped onto my hip, and I was trying. Like I was in the Wild West, you know.
Yeah.
So I was trying to lift my arms up high enough so that I could get my jacket to go over the holster, so it wasn't concealed. And but I wasn't able to get it over there. And so when they get me down on the ground, I'm trying to tell them, look, I got a gun. I got a gun on my hip. You know, like. Anyways, I had two 15-inch strokers in there. I had two 12-inch Pioneer Premiers in the back seat, and I had my Honda Accord used to knock so hard that the metal on the car was weak. Like you couldn't even touch it because the metal, just from the pounding of the bass, the metal was flimsy on the car. So that shit was so loud that the freaking U.S. Marshal started having a meltdown. He's like, somebody get in the fucking car and turn the music off. They literally ripped my face off. Because, you know, back then they had the detachable faces.
Yep.
They used to fold down and shit.
Yep.
And so they ripped the face off of the radio, and the car's still on, and they're tripping, you know what I mean? Because they can't get the music off on the car. But it's funny that she asked that because I always stayed like that. I always had that vision in my head. Of course you're going to have it because it's the last day that I was ever in the free world, you know. And I got this cop with his knee on my back, and he's like, he's got a gun, and he's trying to tell the other U.S. Marshals what to do, but he can't hear shit because he's got this car next to him just blowing his fucking eardrums out, you know. But it was funny. But that's what I was listening to. I was listening to that CCR. I put a spell on you. You're mine.
Mine was probably Lollipop from Lil Wayne.
You know?
I was probably I think on the streets. I can't remember. I listened to a lot of music on the streets, but I had like my go-tos. And I listened to a lot of hateful music out there at that time. I told you, James, that I was like a punk rock gangster, you know, like a rocker, you know. So I listened to a lot of punk rock. But before I came in, I was listening to like a lot of like Brother Lynch. There was a crazy CD called Now Eat that had a song called Mo Shit on there, and that was a state of mind. That was a state of mind that I was in. Mo Shit, M-O Shit by Brother Lynch song, and that was just the mind frame of a madman, you know. There was another song too I used to like a lot called If I Die. It was a song called If I Die by SPM, but SPM he took a turn, you know. But that was before the turn. I was listening to that, and then
I still love SPM's music.
Yeah, that song If I Die but it had other rappers on there like Filetto. Rapper name of some dude named Filetto was on that. Shit was bad. Remember If I Die, Jess?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit was bad. That song damn near put a tear in my eye.
I don't like Mexican rap at all, but I like those guys.
That song would damn near put a tear in my eye when I was doing it. Then there was remember I've been gone a long time, gone for 14 years. There was another one called what's the other song I used to listen to all the time? It was called My Life, I think by Paul Wall. A song called My Life. I used to listen to that song all the time too. It was probably one of those ones.
Yeah, there was specific music out in 2001.
Yeah,
but it just so happened I happened to be listening. I remember I had that.
Probably had the Marshall Mathers. You probably had the Marshall Mathers LP in your freaking right there in your car. You know, that's the next one.
Yeah,
the Chronic 2001. You know,
yeah,
it was still on the freaking radio.
Yeah.
What's the difference between you
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
between me and you? What's the difference between me and you? Me and you. That was on the radio.
But you don't do what you're supposed to do. I feel I
You
never
were still
did
rolling with
what I'm
Lorenzo and a Benzo.
Yeah.
That was Jesse been gone a long time.
Yeah. I was actually getting put up on all kinds of new music out there because I was living in Phoenix. I got arrested in Phoenix, and I was listening to all kinds of different shit out there.
Hey, this fool's got me listening to all kinds of stuff now. Some new music, and there's a lot of like tragedy involved in the music that Jesse has, you know. And I was not a fan of new rap. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was not. It's not that I didn't like the music. It's just that I wasn't allowing myself to listen to it, you know, because you can't not like something that you don't know, right? So I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to it. Other fools don't know what time it was and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been listening to Pooh Shiesty. I've been listening to Lil Baby. I've been listening to Young Thug. I've been listening to YNW Melly. I've been listening to Young Dolph. What's his name? XXX Tenacion.
Yeah.
The one that died. Young Dolph was there too, and I trip out on these rappers, man. They got some stories. YNW Melly, he's fighting a double hot one right now. You know, said he took out his own homies or something, but that's just crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't put it past him. You know, I get myself listening to a lot of this music, you know.
That's mostly all I listen to is new rap now, to be honest with you, because I don't have no emotional connection to it. I listen to it. We have a little sound system in here in our cell. You know, our cell pretty much rattles out the whole building, and so I listen to mostly rap. I listen to it because it has a lot of bass, hard bass, the new shit, but I don't really care what they're talking about. And if I listen to old rap, I got too much connection to it. Like anytime I put on an old rap song, I have some horrible story that I can connect to it, or some horrible memory. So for me, it's kind of triggering, you know. So I just kind of try to stay away from it. Not so much that it's in the sense that I'm gonna have relapse, or I'm of this, or I'm of that, but I just don't listen to it. The CD David just mentioned is my number one trigger CD. That Chronic 2001, that CD right there. Anytime I put that CD on, it puts me in a space. Like
my trigger song is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from the King song. that's old school rap to me, you know. Don't push me 'cause I'm close to the edge. That's mine right there. Oh man, I just go bonkers when I hear that.
He's all summertime.
But Marky Mark?
No, that was
Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that was Fresh
That's when he sang "Chilling in the Park." Now who was that? Lighter Shade of Brown.
Lighter Shade of Brown.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, don't tell me you never listened to Lighter Shade of Brown, James.
All the
Le
time.
queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Guilty as charged.
Come on now, James.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. How deep? Hey,
I actually kicked it with those fools.
how deep down the rabbit hole did you go?
Oh
Little
man,
Rob?
you guys,
say
oh
yes or
no,
no.
no, Little Rob, that's a no go right there. That's a negative. I gotta stop right there. Oh no,
Capone?
absolutely no way. That's out. That's out right there.
All right, I was gonna say that was a test right. That was a test
Let
right
me
there.
find out you were listening to Mexican rappers, James.
Nah, I can't do
I had
that.
to hear it. I had to know.
Look, the farthest I'll go down, and because they don't sound like those dudes, would be Psycho Realm. Psycho Realm, man, all the time in the '90s, I was bumping Psycho Realm.
Hey, I got Temple of Boom right here in my freaking CD case.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna call back right now. It's gonna cut off.
All right, cool. All right,
Don't
cool.
judge me.
All right,
Don't
cool.
call back.
Gracias. All right. So for those of you that this is the first time you coming across this feed, whether it's on TikTok or on YouTube, we currently have Jesse Nava and David Isaac Lopez. They're cellies in Centinela State Prison, so that's how they're both able to jump on. They're using the same tablet, and they're able to have these conversations. Normally, I'll go live with them every Sunday whenever I have the opportunity. Obviously, for the last maybe like last 2 or 3 weekends, I haven't been able to get on. I recently jumped back on Friday, and normally I try to do these streams like every day or every other day whenever I have some free time. And pretty much, they talk about whatever they want, whatever is on their mind. We try to stay away from, any of the prison politics or whatnot, because, there's enough people out there putting that information out there. Just want to, pick their brain as far as, what they went through as kids, or what they're going through on a day-to-day, behind, mentally behind those walls. If whoever's interested, we do have their stories, their journeys. on YouTube on their playlist. You just look up their name, and you could go from
This
from the
call
first
is now
moment.
being
Global
recorded.
Telling, usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hey, so we got some we got some shout outs right here that I want to go ahead and recognize. So over here on the TikTok site, we got Maribel Vasquez 4956. Hey, what's up from Albuquerque, Nuevo Mexico, from Burque.
Burke. I can't even say that. That's great that for you. I'm not used to pronouncing it. Burke.
It's like the puerco.
Saludos to Albuquerque.
Yep, got to send ours out to Nuevo Mexico,
Yep.
Burke.
The home of Walter White.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
From,
Is that where he's from? Yep. For Breaking Bad? Yeah. All right, what else? Yep, what else?
And we also got Felipe Navarro. Buenas tardes, James. Saludos from El Paso, Texas. Hey, these guys have a good point on the election. Saludos to my tocayo Felipe. Where's Felipe at? He hasn't made his appearance. We need him to jump on the vent.
I was just Felipe. I was just thinking about Felipe. I was like, I don't know, maybe you might be a better Felipe choice for us. A better
yeah, we're looking for a new Felipe. Hey, yeah, we're looking for a new Felipe in the Kika. We're gonna need your resume.
Yeah, send your resume. Hey, Felipe.
Flip for the darn.
Hey, dispense on the van, Felipe.
Oh, he's sleeping. What's up? Where is he? Come on, Felipe.
Nah, he's right there.
Ora. Stay off when you're done, camarada.
Hey.
Today, programa.
Nah, it's cool. The world doesn't need to hear from you. It's fine. It's cool.
Hey, tell him courtesy flush.
Chihuahua barking anyway.
Courtesy flush. Ah,
Hey,
wow.
agua.
No.
Gives you on the bed. What the hell do you want?
Hey, we got
we got the real Felipe coming in
Yeah.
from El Paso, Texas.
Yeah,
He's
we
about
got-
to take your hand if
Yeah, we got
you
a-
don't show up.
hey, we got a new Felipe, and we just wanted you to know that
You're out.
yeah, you're on thin ice right now, Felipe. You need to come strong.
There never could be another me. Hey, you're out of the Mean Girls Club, Chihuahua.
Hey, ask Felipe, the one from El Paso, is he above 5 feet?
Yeah, if he's tall enough to ride the ride,
If he's 1 inch above 5 feet, he wins.
this is a height contest.
Hey, Felipe, you got anything to tell the world? Because they're dying to hear from you right now.
Hey,
wanna know
Felipe.
what's up with Flipper.
Hey,
The world wants to know what to do. Go ahead.
If Felipe put Felipe Navarro, he put, "How you doing, Felipe? Felipe, I'm here live from El Paso, Texas."
Hey, so there's a Felipe Navarro, right? He's live from, I can't say El Paso, Texas. Well, I guess it was El Paso, Texas, right? He sent us saludos to you, Felipe Hitocayo. Yep, see, in the vent, he's live and uncut right here, Felipe.
Hey, it sounds. Hey,
Nothing.
Felipe
up?
sounds
What do
like
you
he's on the toilet.
Hey, he said it sounds like they're on the toilet.
Echale agua, camarada. On the sink.
Hey, he's standing on the toilet. If that's well, he's standing. Yeah, because the vent's kind of high. There's 2 vents, right? There's one that's a little lower, and there's one that's higher. This one is still pretty high. Like you got. I'm standing on the toilet right now, and I'm standing on the toilet, but my foot's on the bunk too, so I can be up here. Nothing right now. They wanted to send us a little to you, Felipe. Send a shout out.
What's the topic for today?
Hey, you don't want to get into this topic, honestly. We were talking about. Hey, somebody asked about Trump.
Let's go Trump, baby.
Hey, somebody asked about Trump. Somebody asked about music, which was cool. Hey, what's your favorite? What was the last music you were listening to out there, Felipe, before you got busted?
Man, everything, but majority rap.
What kind of rap? We need details.
Gangster rap.
What kind of gangster rap? Little Rob?
Crazy. Don't ever disrespect me like that.
Capone?
Maybe something like Ice Cube.
What Ice Cube? There's new Ice Cube and old Ice Cube.
Old Ice Cube. Ain't nothing better than Pac.
What else? I need a song. We need some details, Felipe. You got to get with it, man.
Come on, dog. You talking about you a music connoisseur and you don't even know no music.
No.
Asking
Out of
girl
the
for a
head.
playlist. We're
Yeah,
not asking her. I
it's
know
like-
what she listens to. We talking about you.
Hey, right now, he just sent a
He
text
was like,
to
I was
Des.
listening to the Nasty Boy clique and the
Yeah.
with the indie writers.
Hey, he just right. Hey.
Shit, homie. I was listening to that gangster shit, homie.
Hey, right now, he sent a text message on his GTL tablet. He sent a text message, Des, bail me out, babe. I need some titles quick. Yeah. Hey, the boys, give me something good.
Yeah, give me something good.
I'm drowning here. Hey, what about the shit that you hear me listening to? Hey, so this is. I want you to hear Felipe's version of the music I listen to because I told you guys that I'm a rocker. Felipe, tell the world.
I mean, if I could say those words,
Say them.
this stuff that this dude listens to sounds like someone's getting tortured with a chainsaw on it. It's crazy ass music.
Wait, hey, what was that one that you heard the other day? I was listening to Insane Clown Posse, and he was like, "What the hell is that?"
ICP?
Remember the
What
that was
what was the word you said?
Hocus Pocus?
Oh yeah, he was into some bullshit talking about hocus pocus. Well, I'm like, what the
Hey, remember we got a system in here, so when I hear music, Felipe hears music, whether he likes it or not.
Hey, what do you guys have? A super three?
fuck? David put music on his bullshit.
We have a Super 3 and a Sanjin.
Damn, you guys are knocking.
Over James though. I said about James over there, man.
All right, we sent hey, no, he sent his love, Felipe. I had 2 Super 3s, but I just sold my.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, he said keep your brocha intact, James. That's the one request from Felipe, man.
Oh man, I just trimmed it down.
Damn.
I'm back to like a number 2 clip
Yeah,
right
he
now.
said you look better. He said you look better than Steve Harvey, and that's a claim right there.
Hey, you tell him I say
Hey,
gracias.
Felipe, hey, James. Hey, he said gracias, and I just want to let you know, disclaimer, James is married. So back up, and I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Come
Des,
on, dog. You can't be hitting our homies' mustache.
yeah, hey, Des, wherever you are, if you hear us, check your vato. Por favor.
Hey, my lady might be showing up on his GTL tablet, to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, great. If you see Miss Flores on there or something, that's James's wife. She's pissed. So on your tablet.
You know what it is. Pack your bags and get out of town.
Yep. Hey, we'll see you later. Felipe. It was good talking to you, Doug.
Likewise.
Hey.
All right, fit for the dime.
Hey, don't be
You guys have a good one, bro.
be taking your feet over there. I can hear it.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Thank you. Put it on there.
All right. He said thank you, James.
Hey, tell him I say gracias.
All right. He said gracias. Trazo Kamati. Oh yeah, that's how you say thank you in Nava, just so you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
So Felipe I can hear Felipe talking through the vents. And then we also got
That's him. Yep.
we got HG.
Sounds like a Chihuahua, doesn't he?
Hey, you know what? I've never heard anybody, like on these channels and whatnot. I've never heard anybody have somebody come jump on the vent, so that's pretty unique. We might have to set up a special time and day where we're gonna have the 3 of you guys, you, Jesse, and Felipe on, and just having a conversation through the vents. And what are we gonna call it?
It goes to show that speaks multitudes about your digital skills.
Yeah,
I mean,
we call it.
you got sound quality like that, and these other channels, they don't got that level of sound quality. If you could pick up his voice as clear as you do through the vent, that speaks multitudes about what you're doing, your operational skills.
Now we'll think about it. We'll do like a little interview thing, like we'll let the viewers ask him questions, and then I'll relay the questions to him,
And we got Bird in the vent too, so be careful. Bird might show
Oh
up.
yeah,
like,
Bird is in the vent. What's his name? Derrick. Free Derrick is in the vent.
Free Derrick might show up squawking away.
Hey, so let me get this straight. So
hey,
you got
guys
you got Felipe on one side, and then you got Derrick on the other side.
Derrick's downstairs.
Yeah, Derrick's downstairs. You can hear 4 cells in the vent. You can hear. Felipe's my neighbor. So Felipe's my neighbor, and then downstairs, right below us, is Derrick. And then I think next door to him is a death row guy.
Oh,
So we
okay.
have a death row guy in there. Yeah, we have a guy from death row down there. Yep. We don't really talk to him too much, and honestly, he's not somebody that I really want to talk to.
Yeah.
He's one of them special death row cases.
Hey, so we got HG also, and he writes, HG, what's up, James and Room, have you guys heard of Kingdom Music by Brian Trejo?
Kingdom Music by Brian Trejo. I've never heard of it. Mm-mm.
No. What kind of
No?
music is
Yeah,
it?
what is that?
I'm
I'm a
not
music
sure.
lover. So
I'm
I
gonna have
listen
to
to
look
We
it
everything.
listen
up.
to everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Yep.
look that
Jesse
one
too.
up.
Jesse listens to everything. I'm a rock and roll gangster, but Jesse is too. Don't get it twisted. This fool listens to all the shit I listen to. But I go harder. Like Jesse listens to it, like, cause I'll turn it down when he comes in because I like listening to music as is. Like I want to hear the bass. I want to hear the freaking, like, if I listen to death metal, like I'll listen to like bands like Cannibal Corpse. That's what he's talking about next door. I listen to Slayer. I listen to Slipknot. Like I listen to hard music, but I also listen to, that's what it drives Felipe nuts. He drives him bonkers when I put on some shit like Cannibal Corpse or something. He just goes out of his mind.
Okay.
he's
Hey,
like, he's like a dog. He's like a, go ahead.
so right now on the TikTok side we have Miss Gomez, and she writes
Okay.
it's Christian music. Trejo is a Christian. It's Christian rap.
That's cool. I've never listened to it. I heard some Christian rap the other day from my boy Fonso, and it was bad.
They got some badass Christian rap now. It's crazy. Like, you wouldn't even be able to tell until you listen to the message. And low key, they might need some more of that music out there in this world today. The way things are going chaotic.
Yeah, but
Definitely. There's some bad Christian rap now. They actually even have it on the tablet. You know that?
what's up, Felipe? Felipe's asking. Hold on, he wants us. Hold on, real quick. Felipe's calling. Hold on. Say it again. I'm on the vent. I hear you. Everybody hears you.
All right, I just wanted to ask one special request. For my girl dad is fighting cancer.
Yep.
If the world can just give her a prayer, she goes on the 1st of August, and for her last maternal and radiation, and hopefully she rings that bell and goes into remission. I just asked the world if you could shoot out a special prayer for her.
No,
I really appreciate it.
that's cool, Felipe. Thank you for asking. We got you. And, yep. For those of you who don't know, Felipe's girl Des is fighting cancer, so we do come on here and we send a shout out to Des, and we try to joke a lot when she's listening because we want her to be in good spirits all the time. And so that's just all it is. Just anybody who has a prayer, stuff like that. I know that there's people that are listening to Christian music on here, so whatever your religion is, just please give a shout out to Des, and our cancer awareness ribbon is for Des.
And there's she's actually in the chat, so she just put, "Oh, thank you guys," and she had actually been putting little laughing emojis a little while back when Felipe had originally jumped on the van over there.
That's cool. We give Felipe a hard time, but that's our boy right there. But
She's probably
he
thinking
dishes it to us too.
She's probably thinking in her mind, like, as if I don't get enough of the Chihuahua in the phone, now I got to hear it when I go on YouTube to listen to the podcast.
Hey, this fool, when I put on some crazy music like Slayer and I turn it up full blast with a Super 3 on, it's bad. It's got bass going and everything, right? And so put it on. And you ever see like an animal just go wild on the 4th of July? That's Felipe. Like, I'm telling you, when them fireworks start going off and popping in the sky and freaking the animals are running around the house all freaked out and panicked, that's Felipe. And so he's like, what is that? But no, so I go 80s pop too. I'm an 80s pop fanatic. I love 80s pop. I listen to that a lot. I listen to some pop, like recent pop. I listen to some country, but I'm more of like a classic country, like Patsy Cline, man. That her voice and her her songs, they just blow me away. I have a Patsy Cline love CD. It's like love songs up here. Oh my God, I love that CD. But yeah, Jesse goes a little bit more country. Like what are the country ones that you jammed the other day, Jess? You pulled it out not too long ago.
I listen to all kinds of Luke Bryan. I listen to a lot of older country, like Merle Haggard.
Yeah, Merle Haggard was cool. Yeah, so like I said, look, if you put it if there's a song and even like Christian rap and stuff, I'll listen to it if it sounds good. I'm not a Christian personally. I do believe in God, but I'm gonna leave it at that, But there's a lot of guys here that are Christian, and I support them. Everybody that finds good in the world, good peace in the world, I support.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Yeah, I just want everybody to have that peace, because without spirituality, I mean, shit, what are we? We're just walking carcasses, really. Got to have something bigger than ourselves at play,
Right. And without any spiritual principle, you end up living
Yeah,
the kind of life that we were living prior to turning our lives around.
Yeah, we had no spiritual principles, and look what we were.
Yep, we were morally bankrupt, and we were spiritually bankrupt. We had nothing but negative energy that that was generated inside of us, and we were projecting it into the world.
Yeah, Jess is a Christian. I got some good friends that are Christians, and they just put good out there to the world.
I think that was the 60 seconds, was it?
Yep, that was the 60 seconds. We're gonna give you a call back, James.
Hey, right now, yeah. When you call back
What's
right
up?
now, can we get into because I got a hold of these mugshots, and there was something that you wanted to touch on.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Yeah, and we'll get into that.
All right, so they're going to be calling back. These phone calls, unfortunately, they only last for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, these calls are automatically cut off, and so they'll be calling back right now. And we'll go ahead and continue. So I'm not sure if you guys can see right here in the background. I actually printed them out. I just put some of their mugshots up right there, up on the back. So what I'm going to do, what I plan on doing in the future is going ahead and printing all these pictures out and putting them out on the background. So instead of having a white backdrop or a white wall, their pictures will be covering up the back of the wall. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it this size here, or possibly I might end up making them printing out just like one picture for each individual that comes on, and kind of having it kind of like this right here, and then everybody will be represented like that, for participating in on this either YouTube channel or on the TikTok side of it, and you guys can have a idea of who you're talking to and what they look like. Or whatever picture they want me to put up on them. If they want me to put up a video visit picture, then I could do that. If they want to do a mug shot, or if they're able to take a picture, behind bars. Like David actually sent me this picture a few weeks back, and he took this on the day room.
This call is now being
Global
recorded.
Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, so we just want the viewers to know. Look, today we didn't really have like too many topics to talk about. We just wanted to come on here and spend some time with the listeners, with the viewers, and today we were just gonna roll it like Seinfeld with a show about nothing. just shoot the shit. Whatever you guys got, yeah. Hey, whatever you guys want to talk about, that's what we're here for. We got a few things. We got a couple things we wanted to bring up. One was about the mugshots that James has, and I think I'll turn it over to Jess for the moment, because he had mixed reviews about his mugshot.
Yep. So as far as the pictures are concerned, you haven't posted them up yet, right, James? You haven't put the whole
Nah,
yet, right?
for you, nah. I only put up that one, and the one that you're wearing the blue jumpsuit on.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm only like having this conversation, using this topic to kind of give a little disclaimer, because I've shared that picture with some people, and people close to me had like mixed feelings about it, because a lot of people in here don't get to see, don't truly understand the dynamic of the life we lived. And those of you guys that have listened to this, and James is going to eventually post these pictures, and we'll elaborate on each of the individual pictures. Last night the other night when we talked, one of the listeners asked, where was my headspace during this picture or that picture, and maybe we'll get into a little more of that once the pictures are actually posted, But some people were just kind of like, oh, well, I don't know if that's a good thing, and I definitely understand where they're come from, and I it makes sense. But what I want to tell everybody now ahead of time is because Dave's going to have pictures on there, other listeners on here. A lot of people who have listened to our story, a lot of people who are listening to this channel may not have went back and actually listened to our whole story. A lot of the audience that tunes into these channels are usually people that have some sort of connection to prison or just enamored by the lifestyle as a whole. And so our objective when we started this channel was to show people a different side of prison and to show them the journey. You know, so that's why James did our whole background, our biography, our social story, so that people could understand and get a little insight into us. And so it was more impactful and made our message more powerful. And so when James gets ready to put some of these pictures up, you know, you guys are going to see, and a lot of people see us now. And I mean, if you look at us now today, you'd be like, man, I don't know, man. These guys, I just don't see how they could be these kind of people or those kind of people or something, you know, something to that effect, because we don't fit the mold. You know, we don't look like gang members. We don't look like criminals. You know, I mean, at least I think we don't. You know, I could be wrong. You know, but
I don't think so.
Huh? No, absolutely not. Our energy is different now. Our spirit is different. Our presence is different. You know, what we project into the world today comes from a totally different place. So, our like David said before, you know, when he was talking about him and Ricky, when they first came into contact with each other here on this yard, they met each other in a fight in another prison, level 4, 180 prison, very dangerous environment. You know, David and his cellie jumped on Ricky Black, and that's how they met each other. They were standing right here, and they were lived on that yard with each other for a while.
Yeah, for years.
In the same building, you know, and so they were right here, standing right next to each other, and didn't even recognize each other. That's how much, and it was only, what, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
7 years ago, maybe?
6 years at that time.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was only 6 years from that time when that happened, but yet they did not even recognize each other because they're both completely transformed. Their energy was transformed. Their presence, their spirit was completely different. You know, so and it was actually made them both feel great. You know, they loved it. It was like, man, I can't even recognize, because there was demons inside of us. That's the truth about it. You know, the evil that we were projecting before, you know, it was a different thing. And so a lot of these pictures that James is going to put up, you're going to see that. You know, we've talked about being murderers. We've talked about being drug addicts. We've talked about being criminals and gang members and all this crazy stuff. You know, we've talked about that in our life stories and our biographies. You know, and there's so much more that you guys don't get to hear because we're not on here to glorify that. You know, but a lot of us have done a lot of very, very vicious things, and we were all those things and more. You know, and like I said, everybody that knows me in here knows that I've been hustling in this place my whole life. You know, I've bought in cars, helped pay for homes. I've done, you know what I mean? I've done a lot of shit for a lot of people in here. You know, and so, but I was also a drug addict. You know, I also had a drug problem. You know, and I wore it a little different than everybody else because I was in here. I had all the nice stuff. I had everything. I still do. You know, but it didn't change the fact that I had a problem. You know, I had a bigger problem than most.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And to emphasize on what Jesse was talking about, look, when you're stripped down and you're in a picture like that, you're in a mugshot. All the fancy smancy stuff that you have on the yard, like you know, when we're hustlers on the yard, we look just like we would out in the streets. We got nice clothes. We got clothes that other people don't have. We got big chains. We got the fancy radio. You know, we got the big sunglasses. Like you have that look at that time.
We're prison rich.
Yeah, we're prison rich. Yeah, and so when you get transferred, all that stuff a lot of that stuff got to stay behind. You know, you got to start turning it over to people, but like, oh, try to make deals, maybe sell that stuff. So, you know, it stays behind. So you're left with what you see in that picture. Guess what?
There's a paper jumpsuit, a T-shirt, and a pair of boxers.
A drug addict in a paper jumpsuit. A drug addict, gang member, convicted murderer in a paper jumpsuit.
Yeah.
What do you? And most likely high, because you're going to save whatever dope you got for the bus ride
to establish yourself in the next prison.
Yeah, for the bus ride, you're gonna get up, maybe have a little bit out or something, so you can get a little taste on the way. You know, but most of that stuff you're gonna
to be on transport for 2 days.
Yep, you're gonna show up. You're gonna show up to your next destination, coming down, kind of just going through. You're gonna be tired. Like that's a rough process. You know,
the whole thing about that, and you're in transport for 2 days. So a lot of those pictures you're going to see is you're going to see some rough people, but that's exactly who we were, and we show those pictures because those pictures are usually in chronological order. You know, James is going to try to put them up in from date sequence, right, James, or something to that effect. But even if you don't put them up like that, you can see us aging through the system. You can see us aging through the turmoil, aging through our chaos.
Yep.
And the reason why we put those up there is to show people, to connect with, like, look, man, because everybody has some connection to prison. A lot of the listeners have connection to prison, and our message is to connect for them. You know, whether they got a husband in prison, a father in prison, a child in prison, you know, or not a child, but, you know, a son or a dog, whatever it is in prison, they're struggling from all, you know, of all the iniquities and the ailments that we were struggling with. Right there, that's the picture of what that looks like. And a lot of it isn't just drug addiction. Like, if you look at my pictures, there's maybe one of them in there. One out of all the pictures that James got, there's maybe one of them that I was actually righteously hot, like blown. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the spirit of an evil person. You know, that's a spirit of a person who was lost to the sauce. You know what I mean? Like, the way my mind and my heart worked back then, like, you could see it. Like, I just looked obviously like a bad person, you know, and you look at me today, and that's just not what my spirit radiates, you know. And so we put those pictures up there so people can see that journey with us and understand, okay, man, if this is where he was and this is where he's at today, it just makes the message more impactful, you know, it connects, like, okay, well, because I know some people may go see their husbands, they may go see their fathers, they may go see their, you know, and they may look at them and be like, man, what are you doing? Like, well, you're dying in here.
Yeah.
And just know that there's always hope, no matter how bad, no matter how lost a person is, no matter what they got going on. A lot of those pictures, I was skinny because I was doing a lot of burpees, and we're locked in the shoe, and we're going through, you know, like, and you're not eating because you're only allowed to go $45 a month canteen, things like that. And so it's not simply, you know, but you just look into the eyes of each individual that you put on there. When he puts Ricky's pictures on there, when he puts, you know, Dave's pictures, you're going to see the transformation through life. You can see it, and you can see it in our eyes. As the struggle got harder and harder, you could see the bags in our eyes getting bigger and bigger.
And you can see by the skin tone. Look at the skin tones. You could tell in some pictures I'm dark, and you could tell the pictures where I've been in the shoe for a long time. I had an indeterminate shoe term, which means I had no determinate date to leave the hole. I had it for years. And you can tell when I was paroling, I had to parole from the shoe. So a lot of the pictures that are on there, they look like I'm in street clothes because I am. But the fact of the matter is my parole officer had to come pick me up from the shoe every time I paroled because I...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
So you can tell that I haven't been in sunlight in a long time. You can see it. I look pale white. I look like a ghost, you know, and you could just see the difference. But
you can see it in mine too.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I can tell in Jesse's too. And my wife said, "Man, you look sad. You look sad in some of your pictures." Well, trust me, I was very sad. For one, I probably couldn't get to my clavo, so I got to my cell. And two, that made me very distraught. And two, I was sad because I knew what I had just come from. I was shell shocked. I was traumatized, you know, and I was putting on a strong face, but you can see it in your eyes. You can see the pain, and you could also see that I was changing. There's a point in time where I became that monster. I'm gonna call you back, James.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me double check. No. We still got about another 4 minutes before we get hit over the head with that announcement.
Hey, that lady freaks me out. I was like, all right, James, I'm gone.
By this point, man, it's already been like 6 months since we had that announcement in Spanish. You should be fluent in Espanol already.
Yep, you're gonna have to get him to babble.
I am. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need that. How the Rosetta Stone?
Hey, let me ask you something.
Rosetta Stone. Yep.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How is it that you're gonna be able to speak Nava, but your Espanol is not very good looking?
Shit, when they tell you you get, well, what they had to do is there was an older member, right? A member of a prison gang organization.
Yeah.
That told us basically, well, you always hear it, like when you're in the shoe, you hear a lot of Nawa spoken, and it's mainly there's many dialects. What, 9 dialects, Jess, of Nawa? I think there's about 9 dialects of Nawa. So certain organizations will speak Nawa because Spanish is too easy to be picked up on a tier. Mm-hmm. So they would speak other languages. There's even guys that were speaking Japanese and Chinese and other languages like that. They learn it. They're very smart individuals. So it's common to hear Nawa on the tier, so you pick it up more, but it's almost like you need to kind of know what's going on and be aware. So you're going to pick up more Nawa words because it's just there's high stakes. You know, so I was more eager to kind of pick up that, and then
it started to fizzle out a little bit though because they started hitting you with validation points.
Yeah, it's just for speaking Nawa and shit like that. So
but it was mandatory because you couldn't interrupt the tier, you couldn't get on the tier in the shoe and in the
Yeah.
holes without speaking in Nahuatl.
Unless you did you did the proper announcements. I told you that the announcement I did yesterday, and then there's that one, and then a lot of like the code names, what was it, the officers are what, topilis, the topili, those are not, so there's just different little,
It was a way of talking on the tier without other races also being able to
understanding what was going on, yeah. So and then we had an older member that came, and he wanted all the cadences, like the workout cadences, he wanted them all in Nahua also. He didn't want no one speaking English or Spanish. He wanted everything in Nahua. So he gave
all
us
part of the brainwash process.
Yeah,
it was.
he gave us a deadline. He said, okay, you guys don't know at least 1 through 20 by tomorrow. In the next workout, I'm going to call on you randomly. Yep. He says if you guys don't know 1 through 20 by tomorrow, he goes, you're gonna owe a certain amount of burpees.
Mm-hmm.
There was a number. So guess what? They called on me. They called on me the next morning. All right, you got the next cadence. Guess what, James? Se, ome, gegi, nawi, makwili, chikwasi, chikome, chikuri, chikonawi, matraki, mataki, ose, mataki, ome, mataki, yegi, mataki. Mataki, nawi, chikwasi, chikwasi, ome, chikwasi. Yeah. So guess what? I knew my Nawa. I did my damn count, and that's what it was. So yeah, I learned how to count all the way to 100 in Nawa, and I just did that, and I just kept trying to pick it up, and then I got kind of into it. So a lot of the way that you write on the Wilas or Nawa, you start learning how to spell it and when the X's apply, and so yeah, it's just what it is.
And it just becomes a way of life, though. That it's not just the language itself. Like, we were indoctrinated with the culture, and that culture was slanted to benefit our gang. Like,
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Well, yeah, there she is.
yeah, so it wasn't just the language. There's a whole lot more to it that there was propaganda that we pumped out, that was pumped out to us, and we passed it down to the little homies in order to basically brainwash people into believing that what we were doing and what we represented was something genetic, you know what I mean, that it was in our DNA, that this is who we were, and this
to do this, yeah,
and that way you were willing to die, you were willing to live and die for everything you represented, which was our cultura, you know what I mean, and again, it was all slanted, it all, just like religion, we put our own twist on it.
They do the same thing. We said Apostoli was involved, and in the decisions for war and things like that. So yeah, it was a crazy time. But give you a call back, James. All right, ready to roll?
Yeah, ready to roll. Let's do this.
All right.
All right. So Happy Juarez writes, dang, is that what it takes for them to learn something? Hey, man, sometimes it does, and what I was thinking right now, imagine like if they put that type of pressure for something positive, for them to get an education, for them to get a degree, imagine, where they would be at in their lives. But, unfortunately, they decided a different route, and this is where they're at. This is where they're at now. In the state of California and Centinela State Prison, and that's the reality of it. And let's see what else we got. We got Queen B805. God is good. Joshua, that's you. Let me see who else. Who else do we got? I think. And Happy Juarez. Gracias. Highly appreciate the heart puff. Gracias and the roses. And all that good stuff. Yesterday when we were on the stream yesterday, they ended up pulling it. I guess I ended up saying something, or somebody said something that they didn't agree with, and they ended up pulling the plug. They actually ended up. Oh, here it goes.
This
call is now being recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
James.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what that is, What you got for us? Got any questions?
So actually, one of our viewers on the TikTok side of it, that goes by Happy Juarez 163, she writes, "Dang, is that what it takes for them to learn something?" And I read that off when the call got disconnected, and I made a comment. Imagine what you guys could accomplish if you guys use that for something positive, where you would be at in your lives, educational wise, the degrees and stuff you could accomplish if you turn that, that negative energy into something positive.
And we completely agree with her.
100%.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, yeah, we were
Talk
forced.
about that all the time.
Yeah, we were forced to like learn things, but at the end of the day, like we we're pretty smart. Jesse and I are I think we're above average in here as far as our intellect. And the fact of the matter is okay, we apply ourselves to college now, but we don't have to do college. We don't have to do it. We do it. We do it because we know that we're going to need this education when we get out of here. Life after prison. We didn't have that before. I was trying to learn this foreign language, of this ancient language. I was trying to learn that because life after prison for me was what I can do for the prison gang. That's what it was. I wanted them to see that I was intelligent and that I was an asset. Look, if I can do this for you, think of what I can do under other circumstances. And I focused all that negative energy on, what, organized crime? That's what it was. But that was a long time ago. I flipped it right side up. My energy is all about school, helping people, giving back to my community, and just living my life in good, orderly direction. That's what it is. Just because I'm in prison doesn't mean that I have to be a scumbag.
Yep.
I don't have to use drugs. I don't have to use phones. I don't have to fight people. I don't have to do none of that. I don't have to. My life is not in imminent danger just because I'm incarcerated. Therefore, I have to behave a certain way. I've been in very dangerous places before, but I also didn't have to do the things that I was doing in those places. I wanted to do the most in those places. I wanted to be the center of everything. I wanted to be in charge. I wanted to, like, every holiday that came up, I was raising my hand. I wanted to be in it. I wanted to be, I wanted to be that guy. And you don't have to live your life like that. No matter where you're at, you don't have to do it. There's plenty of guys that are over there on these dangerous yards, and they're out the way. But they're not putting themselves out there trying to be somebody they're not. And the guys who are in charge, they might not trust them all the way, but they're gonna respect the fact that, hey, these dudes are just doing what they're doing.
Got enough sense to stand on his own 2 feet and stay away from the bush.
And that's it. And they're not involved. Leave them be. But you raise your hand one time, guess what? It's going to stay in the air even as long after you put it back down. They're going to see that. You're going to absolutely. You bring your hand up one time, they're going to note that, and that's going to be that. And they're going to go about their business. And when they need something taken care of, the way that they bring.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Yep, I would have been like, hey, camarada, remember that time that you spoke up, right? They'd be like, hey, what do you mean? Yeah, you remember like 8 months ago? 8 months ago, we're right there at the table. You came up and no, I'm serious. This is how
I
it
know.
goes. 8 months ago, you came up and you volunteered and said, if anything, whatever's next. Yeah, other things happened at that time, but guess what? You got that. What's up with that tattoo on you? You got this. And they're going to be right there ready. And they'll be like, well, when you want me to do it? Right now.
Right now.
Yeah, hey, this
Here's this.
Yeah, hey, yard recall's in about, 15 minutes to
Go over by the shower. The homie's going to build a wall for you. Put this in your ass. It's time to go.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, but hold on.
Hey, here's some wheelhouse and shit. Go to the back. Yeah.
But the way my visitations work, I got to visit tomorrow with my family. What about that?
Yeah, but don't trip. Somebody will call your hyena right now when they go inside. They'll call her on the cell phone and let her know not to come.
Yeah, that's it.
You want me to call anybody else for you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Look, when you, well, yeah, but think about what you're involving yourself in. It's not. This isn't Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. This is life and death. This game right here, people die. People die living in that situation, that lifestyle. There's blood on most people's hands that are involved in that, including Jesse and mine. We're not different. We're not unique in that regard. Both of us got blood on our hands, and this is a consequence of that action.
And that's why I think it's important to show those pictures. I want so people can see that this isn't just 2 guys, a voice telling a story. Like, those are the faces of death right there, the faces of mess, the faces of evil. Yep. You could see them throughout the journey of the stories that we told, and it makes our present situation and our present, picture that much more powerful. You know what I mean? To give anybody hope that's listening that may think that their loved ones are lost in here, that they're lost to the streets, that they're lost to this lifestyle, they're lost to addiction. There's hope in everybody, and I hope that when you guys see us on the videos that James posts and stuff like that, you could see the progressive positivity, the spiritual principle, and the happiness and the goodness radiating from us, and you can hear it in our conversation. Yeah, we talk a lot of shit, we clown around, and we joke a lot, but the reality is we're serious every day in our life. We're serious about this lifestyle, about this recovery, about this giving back, making amends, and affecting the change that we want to see. We're serious about living to honor the life that we've stolen. We took lives. We're not here for jaywalking, and so those pictures, I believe, are powerful because you can see the lost souls right there, and then you can hear and see who it is today, and it just validates, who we are and who we were, and it makes our journey that much more powerful and our message that much more powerful, and so I just wanted to put that out there so when people see it and, people are like, damn, a lot of people may not feel that way because a lot of people don't have a personal connection to us or an emotional connection to us. Yep. But if you look at those pictures, you can tell a lot of them that, that we were bad dudes at that time. And so if some of our people, some of our loved ones and people that are close to us and care about us might be asking, well, why would you want to show pictures like that? Because right now we're all about rebuilding our identity. We're all about changing who we are and this transformation and showing the world who we are and being different people. So why would we want to be connected to those old pictures? Well, you know what? That's what this channel was about, is showing where we came from, and that's why they're up there. And I don't want to be remembered for those pictures, but I definitely want my story today to be that much more impactful because you get to see your loved one, you get to see the misery your loved one may be living through right now and say, hey, you know what, there is hope, because if these guys were able to do it, maybe the person that I care about, or maybe anybody, you might just drive by and see people on the streets, gang members, cholos, but we're bald-headed in a lot of those pictures because that was our uniform. That's what's in the prisons. When you're up north in Northern California, you have to have a bald head as a sureño because it's what separated you from the norteños. The northerners had their haircuts, we had our haircuts. It was part of our uniform. Yeah. So that way there was no mistaken identities. That was like, okay, we know where he stands, we know who he's with. Because that's how, prison was separated. It was segregated like that by race, by group, by gang group. And so, those being bald-headed, a lot of people didn't want to be bald-headed when they came to prison, but they also didn't want to be a standout. They wanted to get right in and stand in the crowd. And part of that uniform was being bald-headed, and so, it just, for the most part, that was the general understanding, and so, when you see that, and you guys will understand, and so I say that for anybody who may question why we would put these pictures out there, No, we're absolutely not selling that version of ourselves anymore, but we want those to be able to look at it and maybe derive a little hope from that,
And the thing is, too, is with me, I'm not ashamed anymore.
No.
I could look at that person and tell you, I'm not ashamed that of my past. I'm ashamed of the things that I did, but it no longer holds power over me. I guess I said that wrong. Okay, so, yeah, I'm ashamed about the things that I did, but I don't live in the shame of my past anymore. And so whether you put those pictures up about me or not, it doesn't matter to me, because that's an old ghost right there. That's someone that just, I don't identify with the thought process in those pictures anymore. It's just not who I am. So whether you put them up, you don't. It's no difference to me. I sent you the picture, the recent
picture. Those pictures are nowhere near as bad as the people that we really were.
Absolutely, those are actually good pictures.
Yeah.
At my worst, I was in a stand-up cage, or I was in horrible circumstances. I was actually relieved to not be in a cage during those pictures. I was actually out getting photographed in R&R or something like that. I was actually able to move around a little bit. Some of those pictures I'm handcuffed, some of them I'm chained. You don't see none of that. I don't. A lot of those pictures I'm in the hole. I'm in the shoe, or I'm in the hole, so you can still see I'm in a white like a white shirt or something like that. And I'm not free. I'm cuffed. You got to be handcuffed anytime you're out of a cage when you're in the hole like that. So it's what it is.
I
What's
want
up, James?
I want to
Yeah.
read some of these comments right here on the TikTok side. So Happy Juarez 163 writes, what else can you do in that MF? And that was when you were talking about changing. And Queen T wrote Amen. That name I can't even read it, but she writes that's right. And Queen T also put never judge a book by its cover. Happy Juarez writes that's right, new and improved soldier, 100%.
Absolutely, and we appreciate that. 'Cause that's exactly what we are. Now we're soldiers for good.
Yeah.
You know, same energy, same people. Like we look the same. We're different. We don't got that sunken in vampire look anymore. I got color on my skin now. You know, I'm not, yeah. But the fact of the matter is you can change. You know, I'm still. You know, I've always been David. I just called myself something else at that time, and it was fitting. It was fitting that I didn't want to be called David because I was too embarrassed by what David had become. So I got lost in the sauce, and that's just what it is, man. That's what it comes down to. But yeah, those are crazy times, man. Those are crazy times there, and what Jesse said about Ricky, you know, and I wrote Ricky a support letter the other day for board, and it was a crazy thing, man, to write that letter for him, to be in the position to actually write the board on Ricky's behalf. You know, me and my cellie, we attacked Ricky. We attacked him. We targeted him. We singled him out. The door opened and we ran down the stairs and we attacked him. And you know, we had no consequential thinking. I didn't give a fuck who was around. I didn't care who Ricky was as a person. I didn't care who the COs were as people. Nothing. All I saw was my target and an opportunity, and that's it. And Ricky's a stand-up dude.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I never would have given someone like Ricky a chance in that other life. And to see this guy, man, to see who he is as a person, to see, like, man, he's such a great person, man. He's a great friend. He's a great facilitator. And to think, man, my actions could have took Ricky away from his family. They were completely reckless. We did it in a 180 environment, which means we have gun towers everywhere. We have gun towers with live. We have one right outside the door right now, and I'm on a level 3. He's up there. He's got a Mini 14 up there right now with live rounds. The 180 level 4, it's a smaller section, and they have gun towers right there too. One thing about 180 level 4s is they will shoot you in the head. They will kill you. You know, if you're on somebody, and there was 2 of us on them, we were on them. We were getting them pretty good, and they shoot blocks. They didn't shoot blocks in that incident, but they usually shoot blocks. But if they see that the person that you're on is he's losing pretty bad and won't be able to defend himself anymore, then the tower will kill you. But
hey, David,
it's crazy that the tower.
Just so you're aware, we are on TikTok, and I think you hit a lot of their keywords. So if we could minimize.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
And so the crazy part is that, you know, we didn't care about anybody but ourselves at that time. And this was an amazing person. Ricky's an amazing person. He's going to go home to his family. He's going to do great. And it's just, that's the type of person that we were in those environments. So hopefully I'm able to call back right now and we're not blocked out.
We got one more. We're good.
Okay, I got another one. I'll call you back.
All right, cool. All right, so if anybody's wondering, these gentlemen are located in Centinela State Prison in the state of California, and that would be located in the Imperial Valley or in El Valle Imperial. Normally on Sunday it's their day. That's the day we typically have them come on and do their day, their weekly stream on Sundays, and pretty much they get to select the topic, whatever they want to speak about, whatever's on their mind. Today was kind of let me see. It was just a free
This
day.
call is now being
Esta
recorded.
es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
David Lopez.
Un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello, hello.
I'm back on. Yeah. And so so now that we're on, I want to apologize to the viewers. If that sounded a little bit graphic, but you do see the parental advisory, explicit language will be used. But I apologize for that. We get very descriptive in our past, and the way that we describe prison in general, and so we do forget sometimes. Well, I do, that we are on TikTok, and so if we get suspended.
If we do get suspended, just come on over to YouTube. That's where that call from.
Yeah.
Dare I say, YouTube is more liberal?
Yeah. We got a lot more flexibility, and we tend to get away with a lot of stuff over there, opposed to over here on the big T. They're really put their boot on our necks, if you will.
That's why they're about to get their ass kicked up out of this country pretty soon.
No, it's true. Hey, there's some dude here. I'm not going to put him out there, but
yeah,
he was running around showing people on his tablet TikToks of twerking midgets.
Yeah.
And I was like,
if they could put a twerking midget out there, why are we in trouble?
They could put a twerking midget on TikTok, but I can't say that or certain words. Yeah. I don't.
No, but I think it's because TikTok reaches so many more people, and a lot of younger people, I'm assuming.
And I don't want to say anything like, what do you call it? I don't want to be insensitive towards twerking midgets.
Yeah.
They're just living their best life.
Because I am one missing leg away from a twerking midget.
Yeah. Yes, he is. That's Jesse.
That's me.
So we got, this is going to be our last phone call.
Yeah.
James.
Yep.
A Wicked Whip of the West.
Oh, you know what?
Right.
I can't even use that title right now. Like I said, I'm down to a number, maybe like a 3 right now, maybe 2. I trimmed it down because my female Ruka, she was complaining. She said she hates it. She doesn't know why it grows so long. So it was right around that time that it needed to be trimmed down. So I got rid of it.
She put the foot down. She's like, "Hey, the push broom has got to go."
Yeah, she hates it.
My wife pulled Brink on my beard. She said, "No, you're not gonna have that." I was like, "But babe," she's like, she just gave me that look, like, all right.
Somebody tried to pull rank on me today about the beard, and I knocked most of it off because mine doesn't really grow in, which is kind of cool in a way. But I wish I could grow a full beard, because then I'd actually try it and rock it out. But I had to knock it down today too, James. So don't feel bad. I didn't knock it all the way off, but I definitely knocked it down completely.
Hey, did you have any other questions or anything that we can get to before we call it?
No, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut the TikTok feed, because I just got a message that something's going on. So before it gets to that point, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the TikTok stream. My apologies, but if you do want to go ahead and continue for the last call, you're more than welcome to jump on YouTube, and it's at collect call from, and it'll pop up, and we'll be live over there. And with that, we're gonna be signing off on TikTok. Despensa en la tira.
Hey. You guys
for tuning in. You guys have a good night.
All right, so the TikTok is been pulled, and we're strictly on YouTube. So
I want to cuss so bad, like I'm telling you, I do. I just want to I want to just send out a slew. What do you call it? A slew. There we go. See, I can't even speak now. I'm so sensitive. A slew of profanity. No, I'm not gonna. But yeah, we want to send a shout out to everybody, man. Just the faithful listeners out there. That's who always tune in for Jess and I. Well, we do this with you guys in mind.
And we got Nicholas Hernandez. He put YouTube is way better. And then Scorpio Rising, she also writes YouTube is fine for that, but TikTok not so much. Yeah, that is right.
Yeah. So I don't know when we're gonna come back on. Probably probably next Sunday. Well, you've been working a lot, James.
I have. You
Working
know
a
what?
lot. We haven't been on in a while.
So you know
Go ahead.
what? With me, since I took off, those 2 weeks, pretty much I don't get any vacation time, at my job, so pretty much I had to play catch up, and try to make up for those lost days that I took off, and try to recoup some of that. So that's why I haven't been on. But man, if it was up to me, man, I'll be here 24/7 all day every day running these lives.
Hey, I don't know how in the heck they haven't fired you. To be honest with you, you are gone a lot. I don't
Okay,
know. I mean, but you do seem to take a lot of trips. I don't know
so
how the hell this is all going down.
so this is the beauty of working at a hospital. um, they got these positions called per diem, and what that means is pretty much you let them know what availability you have within that month.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
As long as you give them 6 days of availability, they have to keep you on the schedule. So I always give them more than 6 days. So like, let's say if I want to take 2 weeks off, and then I'll put that I'm available for the other 2 weeks. So I'm good. That keeps my employment going without me jeopardizing it. So if I give them less than 6 days in a month, then that would put me in the red. But obviously I can't do that because I need some type of income coming in. So it's cool that I
I
have the
heard Jesse.
flexibility.
I heard Jesse going on and on about this per diem thing probably about 3 months ago. Was that what you were going on about?
Absolutely.
And he was going on this per diem thing, and he just kept saying it like it was like I don't know where he'd learned this phrase from,
Uh-huh.
but it was like his favorite phrase. He was like, yeah, this also is going to do per diem, blah, blah, blah. He just kept doing it, right? And I was looking at him like, what the hell is this fool talking about? Then I asked him, and he gave me a big old explanation.
He's going to really appreciate the per diem when he's collecting that per diem check when he gets out there to working for the union. And he's collecting $7,500 a day on per diem.
Yeah, see, he's doing it again. He's doing it. It sounded that's what he was doing. He's like, per diem, boom, boom, boom. He was going into this big old explanation, and he's got it all figured out, per diem. So it is a thing. I thought he had just lost his mind. Hey, which isn't out of the question. Like if you think for a second that Jesse won't just one day wake up and just go ham, just lose his marbles, it can
halfway
happen.
there, so it's not that far.
Where he looks and his eyes move around like one of those little freaking, you know how you move the little bobbleheads and the eyes move too.
Yeah.
You never seen that? Or you shake it on the little eyes move inside of the little sockets?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's Jesse. That's where he's at. But we want to give a shout out to everybody. Hey, how come I always get you at the end when you say life is like a box of chocolates? You never know what you're gonna get.
Man, you'll be messing me up because man,
Hey,
it's pretty close.
I got you good. I got you good on Friday. That shit was funny. I was dying. I hung up the phone and I was laughing. I said, "Yep, got that full game."
Yeah, you throw me out. You're throwing a wrench. My attention span's not the greatest, so you're definitely detouring me. Getting me off the rails. So you know what you're doing. Hey, so also we got so I mentioned Nicolas Hernandez. He writes,
What about Nikolai?
I was in Centinela in '05. We also got Don Juan, eso, gracias a ti, and Esther. She's
Yep.
also
Leonka.
she's letting me know that she sent her address over so we could go ahead and send her some of that taffy. So I still got some of that taffy left over from when you guys sent me that first batch. So I had actually mentioned it out. If anybody was interested, just shoot me their directa, and I would go ahead and drop it in the mail, free of charge, at no cost to them. And I still got a little bit.
No, we appreciate you. Go ahead.
So I still have a little bit left. I could probably cut it up into like 4 pieces. So everybody could get at least a little good hit off of it. So if you're listening, you're interested in that, feel free to either text message me, email me, or drop me a DM on your major social media platforms, TikTok or IG.
And if you like what you taste, let James know. We're going to be sending a nice little clavo out next month. A good issue. We're trying to sell like little at least $10 sticks or something like that, and so hopefully if you want it, you like it, we'll send you a good issue.
Yeah, they're going to be big old issues. Yeah.
Pay for the cause, get our little hustle on.
Yep.
And because it costs us money to make it in here, we usually out of one batch we make in here, we easily make $10, $12,
Yep.
And so like if we sell the whole batch, we sell it for 10. If we break it down into sticks, we sell $3 sticks for we make $12 off the batch. So
That's how we get our sopas and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it is what it is. We're still in here, man. We're still in the walls of confinement. I want to send a shout out to my beautiful wife, and just all the faithful listeners out there. You know what I mean? Can't forget Lex Luke, Bruce Willis.
Lex Luke and Bruce, my boy Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
We didn't hear nothing from Chubby Jessica today, but maybe she's out there listening, maybe she's not.
Yeah,
Send ours
she's
to
become
her.
a staple of this channel.
We haven't heard nothing from
Which is
Marlene. I
perfect.
don't know where Marlene's been. She's MIA.
Yeah, what's up, man? What happened to Team Gary?
Yeah, Team Gary.
We're still Team Gary.
And Iceman, for sure. We always send our love to Iceman.
Always.
He's always here with us in
Yep.
spirit, always here in the heart, and SoCal Fish Slayer, if you catch us later on, of course, we send our love to you.
What about Nikolai? Can't forget him.
Yep, Nicolas.
Yep.
Who else?
Did we forget anybody, James?
We got Juan.
We can't forget the peeps, man.
Well, we got Juan, we
Juan.
got Lex
Can't
Luth.
forget Juan.
Actually, we did have Chubby
Yep.
Jessica on earlier on the chat. She actually dropped a message in regards to the how you guys were talking about chubby, and she writes, "There's nothing wrong with being chubby or fat. Fat. It's something
We
to
agree.
be
We
proud
agree.
of." Has anyone has anyone dated people that control their weight? It's very very traumatizing. It is okay to be chubby.
It is, and we agree. It's okay as long as you're healthy. That's how we say. But the laugh of a
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
We're talking about
chubby
the
girl,
laugh of a
that's-
chubby girl, and we're talking about no chubby girls, no fat girls allowed in the harem.
I think all laughter. I think all laughter is I think all laughter is great. All laughter is love, man. I love hearing laughter, except for there's like evil laughter.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Evil and those types of people. The psychopath and stuff like that. That's not good laughter at all. But yeah. Anyway, so hopefully we're not canceled after this is
And
done.
we're sorry, hopefully we didn't offend any chubby people. We are telling jokes. I'm a little fat ass myself, so I got no room to talk. But definitely don't want.
Yeah, Jess is two of the people that you saw in those pictures at this time.
Yeah.
Now,
I
Jess
used,
is
to,
out.
I used to have a sticker on my 3-wheeler when I was growing up. I used to have a 250R 3-wheeler, and I used to have a sticker on the back that said "No fat chicks."
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No fat chicks allowed. It had a no smoking sign, and it said "No fat chicks."
Wow. See, I told you, straight monster. He's a monster. An absolute animal.
It's it is what it. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being thick. Everybody likes a little chubbiness, a little thickness. Ain't nothing wrong with that, But definitely no fat chick. Not that I'm God's gift to the world either. You know what I mean? Because fat girls need love too. But
Animal.
I know a fat girl
Sadistic.
definitely needs love. But,
Sadistic.
So
Sadistic maniac.
Oh, yeah.
sadistic maniac.
And you know what? I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Ivan. Ivan, oh yeah, that was El Iceman. He sent me $30 for the video visits. Highly appreciated at 6:02. I just looked over on my phone, so
Oh, that's cool, man.
I do appreciate
That's
that.
cool. Yeah.
It's not a
Well,
requirement,
thank
but
you for putting his name out there. We try to keep his name on the down low, but thank you for putting him out there.
you know what? I didn't mean to.
Anybody
I didn't mean to. I just kind of looked at the
Yeah.
thing, and then I looked at it. It said Iceman, but yeah, I didn't mean to throw his name out there like that.
Wow.
Think you know a guy.
Yeah. But good looking out, Iceman. That blessing is definitely appreciated. So that way, because James does do a lot of video calls with us, and it helps keep the content generated in the channel. And so,
And
so
we
definitely it's always
we apologize for our friend. We kept your anonymity intact.
Yeah, we know he never worked for the CIA.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Okay, so we're about to go to dinner right now. So hey, like I said, man, all love, man, to everybody. Thank you for listening. We will be back.
All right, hey. So like I said around here,
So go ahead and do your thing.
like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we are out. A rato.
Rato.